Okay, so we've all been on the road and somebody cuts us off and we get really upset about it. Some of us let it go and some of us take it too far. Today we're going to be watching Road Ragers, but before we do, put on your safety belt and hit subscribe. Let's go.
Guy with road rage punches another driver for cutting him off.
Oh, they're punching him.
Ooh,
Oh, may not.
I think he punched him. That got a little scary. You could see him in the rear view.
They punched him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's not really in a good. If she's in the passenger seat, she probably can't see that. All right, so that would be an example of not to handle your road rage. All right, this one looks like a nice lady. Oh, geez. Oh my God. Dang, that reminded me of 28 Days. Did you guys ever see 28 Days or 28 Days Later? Oh, that was zombie-rific there.
If you were driving in Rangiora around 2 hours ago, around 1 o'clock on Saturday, in a black truck, and you had a little blue car cut you off when you were meant to merge outside the Rangiora Goon vape shop, abusing you, then please, I would really like to hear from you. I was the car in front of both of you. I had my little 8-month-old baby in the back seat. These girls in their little blue car went right behind me. This car that I was borrowing is a spare car. It didn't have airbags. It's got really average brakes, so I was not going fast. They started to scream at me from their car, trying to use their hands to tell me to pull over so they could go past. I obviously didn't. We go a few hundred meters and they decide to throw a rock at my car with my 8-month-old baby asleep in the back seat. I then saw them around a minute or two later down a little side road. I followed them to get their license plate. They then pulled into the old police station, ran towards my car, what the car I was borrowing, jumped on the windscreen, destroyed the windscreen, sent glass all over me, and then they tried to open my doors and get into my car and attack me and my baby. So I would really, really like to hear from you.
That was creepy. So this was her. She's way too pretty to be getting beaten up in public, you know? That was scary. Were those girls like zombies of the year or what? If I had a zombie of the year award, I'd give it to that girl. That was
I'm in
freaky.
danger. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Let me Honda Accord. Honda Accord. Okay, I'm in danger. I'm in danger. What? Why are you on the bridge? On
Ooh.
the bridge. Yet he's still following me towards the top there. I'm in front of. Ah!
Whoa.
Ow! Ow!
Oh, I think his arm got pinned by the truck from this side. That is scary.
Warning, if you cannot handle hearing a bunch of F-bombs, I would just scroll right on by. Because let me tell you what, in the 30 minutes of the commute that it took me to get to my hair salon, St. Louisans just about hissed me off. And I'm going to tell you what, if you have to get out and about on the highways in St. Louis today, and the thought of just seeing snow on the side of the highway sends your ass into a goddamn tizzy, stay the home. Because what these people are doing is getting on these goddamn forsaken highways, doing 35 or 40 miles an hour, white knuckling their steering wheels, and causing chaos. You want to know why? Because it's you mothers that are going to kill somebody with your antics. So, these highways in St. Louis today are pristine. Pristine. Thank you, MoDOT, because you all are some godsends with the week that we've had here in this mother state. Okay?
So I could see how this woman might lose custody of her kids in a court case.
And that's a whole other TikTok. All right? So let me tell you what. If you cannot drive like a
Okay, she's a little angry, a little intense, totally not normal, and she curses too much. Let's move on. We can do better. Okay, Amazon Road Rage. Oh my gosh! Did you guys ever see that? Did you guys ever see a movie called Duel, where a guy is literally being chased all around by a diesel truck? Really good movie. You guys should watch it. It's like probably 50 years old, but really good movie. Dude, I can't believe the Amazon driver did that. That was intense. I'd give that a 9 out of 10. That was good.
Why are you going slow too, man? Damn. It's fucking crazy. This bitch here is like, I'm not gonna be moved. Yeah, look at you, about to kill everybody. You need to see that car. That's what the fuck you just did.
Whoa!
I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why we're doing
Whoa,
this.
this guy driving's good. I would have totally hit that car.
Fuck it, what are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing, bitch? Basically, whenever they cut me off for no reason, I'm like, what are you doing? Then I just lightly went up here. Fuck, niggas be trying to get hit. I don't even know where the fuck that Toyota Corolla came from. Nigga went all the smoking that slow ass shit. The fuck? Nigga sad. Nigga goofy. Nigga almost got in an accident. Trying to be a goofball. Goofy nigga.
I enjoyed that ride. If you enjoyed that ride, let me know. That was kind of fun. Okay, this one says Road Rage, Handicap Revenge, Tow Trucker.
Well, yeah, hey, listen, you can't leave it here. Say what?
Who told you to tow this car?
Who do you think, man?
I don't know.
The property manager told me to tow it, man.
No.
Yeah.
Right now.
Hey,
He's all, who do you think? And he's all, who? Because it's like, okay, it could be the property manager or whoever owns the car, right? That's an interesting multiple choice question there.
you need to call. Listen, you need to call, not me.
Call nobody, bro.
Okay, well, hey, call.
He really needs to take off the skinny jeans and then put on regular size jeans.
Down for one thing.
Holy shit.
Oh my
Waiting on your
God, those are
insurance?
so
What are you waiting
unflattering.
on? Your insurance to fix
Insurance
it?
to pick the car up.
Okay.
Get the axle fixed.
Well, you need to call them, okay?
Registered.
You need to call them. You need to call them and tell them to do it.
Address.
Okay.
Could you imagine getting your butt kicked by a guy in skinny jeans? If you guys are watching, who do you think took the tires and rims off? Do you think that was the owner? I'm guessing that was a defense mechanism by that one guy with the skinny jeans, right? You flatten the tires, you take off the wheels, right? The whole 9 yards, so it basically disables your car. But the tow truck drivers can just yank it off the ground and pull it right in.
It's got to go, man. Car's got to go. Hey, listen, hey, the manager's been here for a month. Yeah. It's got to go. We should come out, but I'll show you that in this tire, too. It's taking up 2 spaces. And plus, it's been here for a month. It's got to go. Hey, it's got to go.
What?
It's got to go.
Can I please just like?
Listen, hey, it's insurance, right? Insurance is going to fix it?
Yes.
Insurance.
No, I have it getting work right now. My
It's
dad
not-
just passed away. He gave me this car. I'm going through a lot.
I know. Listen, I understand. Listen,
It'd be
hey.
a hassle for me to try to get it back right now.
Well, listen, I'm telling you this right here. I understand you're going through a lot, but the car's got to go. It's
I honestly think if the boyfriend would have wore real jeans instead of skinny jeans, that tow trucker would have freaked out and she would still have that car today. All right, here's a fight on the bus. And I apologize if I'm talking loud, but I got worked up those last couple videos.
You see, and this is what's going on in my house. This morning. Because I had to slowly walk to CVS.
So the thing that freaks me out about the bus is I think if it were up to our politicians and city and state leaders, they would have us all ditch our vehicles and start taking the bus. But when I used to take the bus, there would be fights and weird people that you would never want to sit next to in real life, right? And all of a sudden they're sitting next to you, very uncomfortable. You're always thinking, my God, I hope this seat doesn't have bugs or something attached to it. If you've had a bad, funky bus experience, please share and hit the thumbs up button for once.
And I don't care what's going on behind me. Heading towards City, I don't want to move the phone because then if I catch their ire, I am not in physical capacity. So if I do myself like that, even though normally I would.
I really feel for people that are forced to take public transit. This one says road rage gone wrong. Okay. Oh, the phone went flying.
I was driving in Hollywood. Hollywood is the Wild West. If you're not aggressive a little bit, at least you will never turn left. I was, absorbed in my thoughts, and I had to get into another street, and it was trafficked. So I had to kind of sneak in between two cars. Nothing crazy. They were going at 10 miles per hour. And I don't even think I did anything bad, to be honest, until the guy behind me honks really hard. And I'm like, maybe it was a little tight. Okay. After he honks a little bit, and then we literally have to stop at a stoplight. And I see his car get up super close to mine. And I'm like, what is he doing?
Uh-oh.
And then this man gets out of the car and storms up to my window.
Oh,
and he starts screaming at me. And I lost it. My mind, completely blank. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm dead. This man is going to kill me now. Oh. And I just got this car, and I don't know a lot of things of it. And I completely forgot where there's a thing to lock it. And I was terrified. I was like, this guy's going to open my car and kill me. He's got a gun. He's got a knife. I don't know. And he walked up with rage in his eyes. I cannot tell you. I was like, and I kept saying, I'm sorry. And he was like, turn it down. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh, maybe the music. I turned down the music, and I was like, it's down. He's like, turn it down. And I think he meant the window, because he's like, turn it down. I'm not going to do anything to you, but turn it down. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not turning it down.
Smart girl. I like that. Look at that face on her. She didn't want to look like that permanently. Smart girl. I love it. Tell me you guys love it too down in the comments. Smart girl.
Oh my gosh.
Turn it down. My rap music?
I missed the coffee.
Oh, okay. He threw coffee into the car. Score.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my god. What's gonna happen?
These guys are crazy.
Oh, he's not quite able to get up. Okay, he throws a paper cup and it misses everything. All right.
What's he gonna do? Oh, I'm missing it.
Oh, the blue car. Darn it. That was kind of creepy. Okay, this guy looks like something else. Oh! You know he's hit a girl before. Jeez. That was intense. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought it was another one. This is like the same one.
Are you kidding?
No pictures. No pictures. There's no problem. Put the phone away. Oh, I love it. That is awesome. That was great. Stupid Road Rage compilation. USA. Okay. Does anyone think it's interesting that he's feeling disrespected, so he does this, but at the same time, he's stopping in the middle of the road and technically disrespecting another car that's literally the same car as his? What are the odds?
Identifying a vehicle associated to the assault.
O'Brien says they believe the victim and suspects are known to each other. The union representing workers involved in Friday's bus crash near Prince George say it raised concern months ago about the long bus rides. Union reps say the housekeepers for Coastal GasLink camps are mostly women who immigrated from Serbia. They were recently displaced.
Hold on, it says, after the two cars in front of me went and took their lane, it was my turn, but my spider senses told me this dumbass with the trailer is going to shoot across both lanes and smash into my wife's brand new CX-30. So I hesitated. If I had just taken my turn, he would have hit me with the trailer, so I gave him a honk to remind him not to go into a lane without looking. His response, of course, was to wait for me to come by and flip me the one finger peace sign. Flip me off. Just keep it normal, sir. They drive among us, so you always have to drive defensively and can't ever let your guard down.
More pipeline workers. And the province is promising.
Okay, this one says Youngstown, Ohio. Uh-oh. Run, sir, run. I do not know what this guy's problem was. He turns in front of me, then slams on his brakes, and then he gets out of his vehicle. I wasn't sticking around to find out what he wanted. Another smart one. I like that. This one says Manassas, Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. Little Toyota Corolla. Oh, he's not letting them by. It was normal Sunday morning going home from a car wash, and a few blocks from my house at the stop sign, this lady pulled right in front, runs the stop sign, and then she was brake checking me. At first I thought she was lost or something, and that's why she was braking, but then when I tried to pass her on the left, she moved to my lane and brake checked me again, and completely stopped the car right into a traffic lane. To me, it was more like an insurance scam. She was looking for me to hit her because her car has a lot to repair, but she didn't count on me having a dash cam. So right away, called the police, and when the officer arrived at the scene, she tried to play the victim, saying I was following her and that she felt intimidated by me. But when I showed the video to the officer, everything was good and we only interchanged information. There was no damages on both cars. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to be road raging, hopefully you get caught. And if you're going to be road raged against, hopefully you survive unscathed. Guys, let's go for a walk. I'm going to go take a walk. You want to take a walk with me? Sure, you can come. Go get your shoes. Let's go for a walk.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey,
you're putting on your shoes and you're walking with me. I'm always looking for different videos to share with you guys at night. And I think the one I'm going to go with tonight is road rage. You know, if TikTok only has another week left, we're going to make the most out of TikTok that we can. So I'm going to try to find some good road rage stories, not necessarily road rage footage. Jesse, you never show us the good stuff. I know. Isn't that crazy? Every other reaction video has the good videos. I show the average videos, but you know something? I like to find the love and the fun and the excitement out of the mundane and the average. But the reason I want to talk about this is because 5 days ago in Toledo, Ohio, they showed a news broadcast of a road rage incident. This woman gets out of this blue car while this man gets out of this, I don't know, burgundy or red looking car from my memory. And they proceed to talk, and you could see that the woman's kind of mad, and you could see that the guy looks to be defusing the situation. Anyway, it looks like they're definitely not going to fight, and the man starts to walk away. You think that they're both going to leave well enough alone and call it a day, but instead, the woman rears up and sucker punches the guy. And the guy looks like he's kind of a smaller guy, medium to smaller build. Meanwhile, the woman looks like she's kind of medium to bigger build. So I have a feeling there was a piece of her brain that said, I bet I could take this guy. And she proceeded to try to knock him out by taking a sucker punch. And if she would have been a man hitting another man, she might have been able to do some really hardcore damage. But the guy takes the punch in stride, proceeds to punch her back, gets her in like a suplex body slam type move, you know. And after that, there are some men out there that probably would have kicked her in the face and done some real additional damage. But he left well enough alone and he walked away, and he did do one of these like Hulk Hogan. Okay, no, he didn't do that. I'm just kidding on that one. But at the same time, the news was trying to kind of make it look like it was a road rage incident, and look how evil this guy is, look how bad this guy is, right? But the reality was it was kind of self-defense. Now, are there some guys that when women hit them, they don't really feel the pain too much? Yeah, and I have a feeling that this is one of those type of guys. But she hit him in such a cruel, cold way as he was walking away from it all, that I think it validated a little retribution. Did he have to necessarily punch her? No, but at the same time, I'm not going to hold it against him. And I'll share the video with you guys if you guys want to watch it to see if you disagree with me. And if you do, please let me know down in the comments. But basically, it was him hitting her and her hitting the floor, if that makes sense. And that was all there was to the video. The news crew tried to reach out to the woman. She wouldn't answer her front door, and she wouldn't answer the phone, or however they tried to get in contact with her. They did not talk about reaching out to the guy. But almost everybody in the comments kind of felt like the woman was at fault. Here's the reason I'm bringing this up. We live in a world today where a lot of the women have kind of been born and raised being told in some cases that they are equal to guys. And yes, when it comes to intellect and ability to do most jobs, I think we can all agree that there's women that are definitely up to the task. And I think we can also agree that there's some guys out there that are maybe a little below average, then maybe they should in some cases be replaced by females. But at the same time, I don't think we should be telling girls that on average they're just as strong and just as good at fighting as some of the guys out there, because let's be honest, if the average girl is 150, 160 pounds, which by the way is 20 or 30 pounds higher than it should be, and the average guy is close to 200 pounds, which again is probably 30 or 40 pounds higher than it should be, you're usually going to be up against a guy that's a lot stronger than you. So venters, I want you to be healthy, so if you ever have to, you can run away from a goofy guy with a gun.
But at the same time, I don't want you to get so healthy where you think it's smart to start fighting with men in the neighborhood. Not a good idea. And I don't think even if you're a guy, it's a very good idea. If you ask most guys, why do you work out at the gym? Why do you take karate or MMA lessons? A lot of times, they'll tell you it's so that they can defend themselves and their family. They're not necessarily in it so that they can go and intimidate and beat up on people. With that being said, the way this woman landed on the ground and just kind of sat there for a while didn't look too appealing. So again, I hate to see fights between anybody, but I really hate to see disagreements between men and women, but I really felt like she really did something awful and kind of deserved it. So again, take a look at the video. If you want to disagree with me, you can, but let's read a couple of these comments. By the way, I understand that the fire department person in LA, the chief, is a female, and I believe she's a lesbian. And I believe she's married to another woman that's a member of the fire department too. They got her on the news and they asked her, did the city and did Mayor Karen Bass let you down? And she was saying, we're underfunded, and then they kept at it. Yeah, you're underfunded. Did she let you down? We've been underfunded. You know, in the 1960s, we had 16 more fire departments around the LA area than we do now. We actually have less now, even though there's more people and more demand. Yeah, that's right. Did she let you down? And finally, she broke down and said, yes, that bitch Karen Bass let me down. Okay, she didn't say it like that. But anyway, why do I say that? Well, apparently the rumor is Karen Bass called her into the old Bass office, right? And gave her a piece of that Bass and said, you're fired. That's the rumor. So allegedly, she fired that person. My thinking is that just goes to show you the world we live in. You better not talk about people online. You better not talk about your boss. You better not talk about this, that, and the other, or it's curtains for you. But here's the thing, I think Karen Bass is going to be getting recalled really quick because supposedly they have a petition with her name on it, and in just a day or two they already rounded up darn near 60,000 signatures to get her removed from her mayoral duties. Even though you don't live in LA and neither do I, do you agree with me that she probably should resign or get relieved of her duties? And then can we take it a step further? Do you guys agree with me that maybe Gavin Newsom? What do you think? Come on, Democrats. Join in with me and just say, yeah, this is one guy we can let go. Gavin Newsom, you're out of there. Come on, Democrat venters, join me. Okay, so Algorithm FPV says, I'm surprised he was able to lift a walrus. So he's obviously making light of it, and I kind of did earlier too. She probably weighed about 180 to 200 pounds. I'm just guessing, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. But the reason I bring that up is for our walking channel. A lot of us weigh 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds more than we should. We can't do anything about it in one day. We really can't. But we have a team here, guys, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, Communist, whatever you are. We like to walk together. Walking is one of those things that nobody thinks is cool except for us that do it. We know walking is the way it is, or what's really cool about life is the ability to walk. And we want to get more people to join us and walk. So remember, tell your friends, even if they don't want to listen to Walk, Talk, Vent, tell them they should still put their shoes on and go for a walk. Tell them that you've been walking and it's been changing your life. And if you can just walk with us for 90 consecutive days, every single day, drink water, and some point during that 90-day challenge, try to go 3, 4, 5 weeks without sugar, you will start losing some significant weight. It just takes a little time. So again, that lady was a little overweight. It did not save her from getting body slammed by the man, and it won't save you. But if you can lose 20 or 30 pounds and you ever go in a grocery store and somebody's got a gun, you might be able to run out of there a little quicker if we can get 20 or 30 pounds off your hips. Can I get an amen? Amen. I see a girl named, we'll call her Kathy, in Missouri. I see 20 pounds being lifted off of her hips in the name of Jesus. My mom used to watch TBN, and they would have these telepastors, you know, the Benny Hinns and the Kenneth Copelands, and oh my God, every week she was buying a napkin that was dipped in water from Medjugorje, and I swear to goodness, she tried buying her way into heaven. And I go, Ma, why don't you just tell Jesus that you're gonna sin no more, and you believe in him with all your heart, and you want to go to heaven, and you're tired of buying the trinkets that he doesn't even care about. Tell him. Blood count 8995 says, she hit first as he turned his back to leave. And guys, that's what's kind of despicable about it. She's probably the type of person that if you were to ask her and she didn't know it was on camera, she would probably tell you she was assaulted and she was innocent and she didn't do anything. He called her out of the car when she obviously stopped in front of him and exited the car and did one of these like, what's up, you ready to go type things. And again, when he got out, it looked like they had diffused things. And by the way, I want you guys to look at the video because I believe he got out of the driver's side car. So I'm thinking that when she got out initially, she was probably trying to start a fight with the person in the driver's seat. Now it could have been him in the driver's seat, and maybe I just saw it wrong, or it could have been like a smaller, more petite female in the driver's seat. I don't know the situation there, but if you guys watch the video, maybe you can find out more. But just imagine it's not a female doing this, but the fact that it was a female made it look kind of funny. Because you don't really expect a female to take a dirty shot, a sucker punch on a guy as he's walking away. So that's what makes it beautiful. It was really a beautiful moment because we don't get to see that all the time. That was the first time in my life that I've seen a woman take a sucker punch on a guy. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God, that woman's singing, and it's not pretty. And I've talked about the proverbial guy that cuts you off when you're on the freeway. Don't get ballsy and start trying to run him off the road with your vehicle. Just pretend like he's got an emergency that he's got to get to and let him go on with his day, because sometimes in this world, we have to learn when to pick our battles. And I think we can all agree that the reason we don't like somebody cutting us off in traffic is because that could start an accident, right? So then doesn't it kind of make sense that the last thing you would want to do is actually go and purposely cause an accident with this guy? And always pretend like whoever cuts you off can just destroy you, okay? Because if you knew in your heart that the person that cut you off could destroy you, you would just leave well enough alone. Jesse, you sound like a wimp. You know one thing I found out? I found out in life that it's, especially as you get into your 40s, 50s, and 60s, it's really good to just look forward to the future and being healthy. If you're trying to jump out of your car and start a fight with a 30-year-old that might be practicing MMA or karate or boxing, or he might just be the local football player, let it go. I just don't think it's worth it. As a matter of fact, if somebody wanted to fight you, wouldn't you want to make money on it? You know, look at it from a professional fighter's point of view. They don't like to fight people in bars because they don't get paid for it. And that's exactly how you and I should look at it too. You don't need to get in a fight with somebody unless they're going to pay you to do it. All right? If you look at life like that, it makes a lot more sense. You deserve to get paid to be a fighter. And you're not good enough to get paid to be a fighter. Jay Killa, 1981, says they want to be equal. He made her equal. He made her go to sleep, to be honest with you, and it didn't look very pleasant at all. Imagine a real in-your-face person just instantly lying down and playing dead. That's what it looked like. It was one of those things where you say, ooh, God, I would not want that to be my mom or my grandma. And the last thing we want is for that to be a Venter. So again, leave well enough alone. I picture the guy flexing in the mirror like a crazy man. And then his family's like, Dad, What happened? He's like, oh, I got in a little tussle with some jerk on the road. And they're like, who? Describe him. And he's like, I don't know, 50-year-old dance mom, soccer mom. That's his name. Alan Aldpa, 1950, says, imagine getting to be her age and not learning that there can be consequences to hitting something, or someone, excuse me. So that's exactly right. What would happen if you got into a road rage incident just like this, where you get out of your car, and I'm saying this if you're a female venter, and all of a sudden you get in a fight with a guy and he does something like this to you. Your kids are not going to be proud of you for sticking up for yourself. They're going to actually say, oh my God, you could have gotten hurt. What would we have done without you? And that's how you got to look at things as you get older. When you're in your 20s, you could probably take a punch, ladies. The problem is when you're in your 20s, you can probably heal. When you're in your 40s and 50s, Helen, even when you sleep and wake up with a kink in your neck, it takes you a week and a half before you feel better. And if you stub your toe, my God, you might as well get you a wheelchair. You're out of commission for a week. So this guy's name was Alan Aldpa. Alan Alda was that guy, what was his name, Hawkeye or Klinger and MASH, one of the two. You guys will let me know. He had a scary movie in the 90s. I forget the name of it. I think Mira Sorvino was, I forget who the female actress was, real pretty actress. And he is this like person that she used to work with, this mentor, and you think that he's just this great guy that's kind of there for her, and he's married and everything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, she realizes that he's the bad guy. And he grabs this wine bottle and bursts it against his wife's head, as if to show, like, I don't care that you're saying this in front of my wife. And oh my God, scariest movie ever. If you guys could help me find the name of that, that would be great. Help me find the name of that. It's an Alan Alda movie from the 1990s. And it's a scary movie. And then what we all got to do is we all got to watch it again. It was creepy. Oh my God. Alan Alda, good actor. Is he still alive? Probably not. Okay, I'm going to give you a good rule of thumb from @AceKingJames. This is something that you guys have all thought, I promise, just while I was talking here. It says, here's a good rule of thumb. Don't hit someone if you don't want to get hit back. See, that's a very good point of view. Don't hit someone if you don't want to get hit back. Now, if somebody hits you and you're not in a situation where you can run, then you have to do the opposite of my advice. You have to pretend, even if you're not pretending, you have to act like you're in a fight for your life, because you might be. That's where you grab a rock, you punch, you do whatever you can, and I mean literally, they hit you first and they're ready to hurt you. You do whatever the hell you can. You stick your newly manicured fingernail in the eyeball, whatever you have to do. Get that knee and that foot kicked into the groin, whatever you have to do. And if they want you to jump in a car to help them find their puppy dog, you gotta make sure you say no. No matter how cute the puppy dog is in the picture they show you. You guys also gotta remember another rule of thumb. You never know when you're being recorded. So even if you think the guy looks guilty as hell and the cop is gonna believe you over them, you never know if there's a secret place recording you. And even if there isn't, you should act like a human being that thinks they're being recorded and act decently and right with everybody because of this next statement. Kleskian Beyond 4014 says, he shouldn't be charged with anything at all. That woman needs to learn to keep her hands to herself. There has probably been a handful of times every year in every major city where people start shit and they think that they can prove to the authorities that they were actually the innocent victim. We all know about these cases, and a lot of times we end up finding out that they were secretly recorded by somebody else's footage. All of a sudden that footage gets into the hands of the lawyer that's against you, and you're toast. You guys are thinking, Jesse, you're talking like we really did this. Some of you are thinking about it. Don't do it. You got to remember, there's always going to be somebody that's recording something everywhere. You're better off to police yourself, Just like they teach you in golf, I know some of you that watch this have played golf before. There is a certain policing that you do on yourself in golf. And if you really love golf, you end up actually appreciating the honesty of it, right? Sometimes you hit a ball and it goes 1 inch in front of you and nobody noticed. Are you going to call a mulligan and hit it? Yeah, probably, but it's not for money, right? So anyway, that's no big deal. But you should still add the stroke to your game in your mind. You can't lie to yourself. And if the orange man says, I'm a scratch golfer, you should believe the orange man. Who cares if he takes an extra mulligan or two? He's the president. He's allowed to. And there's nothing you or the Supreme Court can do about it. He is immune. Becky, you mentioned in yesterday's comment that sometimes the orange man can lie. I know, but Becky, sometimes you and I and everybody on this planet lies. I'll give you a good example. You're having the most horrible day. Then somebody walks into the place you work and says, hi, how are you? And you say, oh, I'm doing good. Are you having a good day? Yeah, I am. How about you? You see how easy it is to lie, Becky? Right? When your kids say, hi, mommy, I love you. And you're like, I can't stand you. Grandma, you want to play Light Bright with me? No! Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoy your walk, and I hope you guys walk with me again tomorrow and the rest of our lives. I'll see you tomorrow.